One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my. Now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Looks like it's going to be a pretty soggy night here at TIAA Bank Field. Rain showers, maybe an occasional clap of thunder supposed to continue throughout here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Ready to break. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Like the run. It's a run. That's right.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 6-6. Pull it high. Get it.
Now Tannehill. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, hey, hey. Check, 42's the 12. Hey, Echo. I got one.
After the interception, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Slam.
And they'll try the jet sweep here.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Block on 3rd down. Flushed out right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're going to go. It's Locke. And Eifert has it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down and put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
3rd and 2, Locke looking for the end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, team 6.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'd open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
29 is 11Z. Hey, let's get some penetration.
Now Love. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 78 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. To throw again on second down, Tannehill. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. On first down, Evans. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
25 yards there on the catch and run. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, here's Locke. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
42's Mike. Quo. Tackles. Mike 42, Mike 42. Watch the screen.
3rd and long. It's Locke. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
Hey, Orbit. Mike's 42. You ain't got nothing.
They are going for it. It's Locke. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, Your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the run, watch the run. Shoot.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and drop shy of the 45. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Go ahead.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Luck now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Crown.
Now it's Luck. He's got the hook up with Conley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That is now 19-yard gains on back to... And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He's got Evans. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. To throw is Tannehill. Looking here for Smith downfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. Check, hot route. Hot. Twelve. 55. Right there in the middle, 55. It's going to be a long day. 11. Long day. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Check tight end, check tight. 11Z. Hey, check right. Watch 55. Army.
A shotgun snap for Locke. The throw taken in by Cole. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Locke. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Luck now to throw. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Joker. On. Switch it.
Now Leonard Fournette. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Fournette, a first down carry. Broken tackle. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. After the interception, it's Luck. Now he'll escape to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. White Alpha. 54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. It's a foot race. 30. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last that didn't bother you too much, right?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, foxtrot. At the 47-yard line.
Mike 54. Watch the screen.
Throwing his long. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Go. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Target. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
2nd and 10, Luck again. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal.
Check 13. Get him.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. It's kind of an interesting decision. One-score game, 3rd quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. And here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Tannehill. Uncorks one for Davis. They've got his man. Complete. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. No problem there on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. and he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. To throw on 2nd and 10. Luck. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, 77 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Tannehill now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Tannehill now to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Mike, 55. Hey, check, 55. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo! Hey, Zoo. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Luck on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kevin Byard. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point safely through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And some room to work. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Luck buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Kill. Hey, 12.
Hey, high 7.
54.
Out of the gun, Luck. And able to find Conley. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 11.
Hey, Haywood.
On first down, it's Luck. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Sack, baby.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 50, it's Luck. Caught here by Conley. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check. 12. Check
80 weapon.
Check safety.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Easy, alert.
61, matchbox lights.
Strong right. Here we go.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Fournette running right. Finding room to the 20. And cuts out right. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Jags, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat is.
Hey, how fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what. Like 4th down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
What you need, tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh barely, my credits are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my credits are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head and when you ever overstated. Your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distraught. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on. Come on. Oh, barely, my credits are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my credits are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my credits are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my credits are off. Everything was better off.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel, get a bird's bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist. What now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest. No recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables. Now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it. That's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking. They don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, D. Mike. Kill. Kelly, don't let Kelly.
They'll run on first down. It's Green. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tight dog. Hey, Mike 51. Yeah. Move it down.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. By the way, I got to apologize, because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. A gain of 22.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. The give to Taylor. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
64.
At the Raiders' 42-yard line.
On second and 12, Rodgers. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Now a give right side. Green. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
He's got his man sharp, complete. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. So give him the first down. First and goal after a pickup of 4. And the decision to go for it pays off.
319.
Go. Go.
49. Check 49. Easy.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Taylor. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's third and goal at the 1. Here's Taylor, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. It's the fullback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Let's go.
They'll start here with Jackson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Tackle there by Clay Matthews. They'll run with Jackson. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
51's the mic, 51's the mic.
On second down, it's Green, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
51, Mike.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. 30. Switch gears. Shit.
Blue draw Corkers.
Now a give, right side. It's Green, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st down, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Watch twist. Yeah, Liz.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers dancing to his left. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Switch. Save.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? Watch the pass.
Box it.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Rodgers now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
41 Mike. 65, 65.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
26.
41. We got to wedge that, huh? Push him back. Push him back.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. It's the fullback with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that's complete to Adams. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Protein spill.
Rodgers now to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Let's get off the field, D.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the carry, it's Jackson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Bravo!
Now it's Rodgers. That one complete to Driver. The 20, 10, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
On the ground, this is Jackson. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On third down, it's Jackson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now it's Jackson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. On second down, this is Jackson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
64,
on third down, Jackson. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 29-yard line.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On first down, it's Allen, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Back now at Lambeau. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a
touchdown, Packers. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run on first down with Jackson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. On play action, they'll throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This will be caught once again by Brown.
Come on, fellas, on second down.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, dude.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. They run again with Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. Important extra point up and through, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Check hot route. Hot. Hey, look. Jump out. Over, connected.
Now a carry here for their fullback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Easy. Hey, take 26.
51's the mic. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Look at this.
Rodgers looking to throw. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And can you believe this? A big mistake leads to a defensive touchdown, and they're a point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Hey, Orbit.
To throw is Rodgers. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Check 30.
Mike 51. Get your swarm on. Hey, Mike 51. We ain't giving up.
Now Rodgers. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check it backer. 36.
Get 300.
Mike 50.
80 weapon.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the edge. Check 50.
Check 30.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
26.
He's coming. We got double up. He's checking.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. This a long one from 54. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. On the return comes Cobb. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. First throw of overtime for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's get off the field.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. What can Rodgers do now with his drive? And that's complete. It's Green here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills.
And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Jackson. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one and to...
Fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is... I get it. Come on.
I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Come on. Go. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put the numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Yeah, say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, start the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep, where you from? Where you post, you poppin' your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This is sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chill.
up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the fly the field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Try. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just flow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving a soldier chill. So it's treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving that soldier chills. My jewelry the cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal.
Yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah.
Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Right 54. Right there. 54, Mike. All day, pump. Take 4. Rotate. Stop. Short.
Brissett on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brissett now. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Mike 5-4. Check pass.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Kyler Fackrell with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Brings up second and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10.
Watch the safety creep. It's free.
Brissett. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Panthers, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready, Mike 6 yards. Mike 54. They can't hang with us. Shut up.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Mike's by 4. Let's go. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
From just shy of midfield, Brissett. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Alert 3. Match box. Right.
On second down, here's Mixon. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And this one complete to Smith. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
26-yard line.
Mike 51.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On second down, it's Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Check.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. To throw is Jackson. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
6 guys.
First down, Brissett. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Joe Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Panthers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Right there.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
So let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You got nothing to run. You got nothing.
Jackson. Flushed out right. Looking downfield for Godwin. It's caught at the 10. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 56 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. It's Coleman here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Check.
4th down, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
At the 2-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Jackson. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Hey, looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Brissett. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Brissett. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
At the 36-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. Able to spin free. That's caught. It's Coleman. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. Now Jackson on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Robert Foster, 44 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Prater for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Ball trot.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. I'm coming.
Mike's 54. Mike's
out of the gun, Brissett. He gets it to Brown, complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Running on first down, Eckler. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 48-yard line.
Let's go now. 54. Hey, come on. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Let's get the ball.
Let's go.
54, right there. 54 Mike.
Here we go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Get that quarterback at all costs.
Brissett sets to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Play action now. Brissett under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kyler Fackrell picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
To try again after the sack. Brissett, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
It's now third and 19.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Switch up, switch up.
To throw is Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And some room to run now. That one good for 26 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready, 50, 56, on deck, 64, 3,
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check 49.
To throw again, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
58, Mike, 58. Got one. 58, boy, 58, Mike.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch 54. Let's go, D. Let's go. Check 9.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw on second down. Brissett. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Check 43.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check.
Brissett now. It's caught. Smith. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun to give to Mixon, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Brissett. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st down, Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He finds his running back, Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out, and the Falcons grab it.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. He may try and run for this. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The end result, 21 yards.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit. But even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Lamar Jackson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brissett. And that's incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
It's our time.
Here's Brissett. The open man is Smith. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They'll run on first down. Nixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 44, Brissett. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. To throw, Brissett. Completes it to Samuel. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Keelan Cole, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught.
There we go.
Today's final score, Falcons 21.
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. West hip-hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. The team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm